Hey, Sack Guy here. Today I have a Cold Steel Range Boss. And when I saw this knife, I was like, I don't remember where I picked this up at. But when I saw it, I was going, I think I got the Range Boss too. Let me get this and compare the two. Now, this is the packaging that it was in. Had to cut it out of the blister pack. Think it's kind of funny. You got the knife here, and it's got to tell you down here that it's a folding knife. Okay. And then on the back, picture of the knife partially folded. Talk about it has a triad lock. It's a GRN handle, and the steel on it is 4116 stainless steel, and then also the dimensions on it down here. Now, when I first got it out of the packaging and closed it up, I was holding it and I'm going, boy, that's awful thin. It's a lot thinner than the Range Boss 2. So I kind of measured it, and the thickness of the handle is 9.6 millimeters, and that converts to 0.37 inches. The Range Boss 2, which I have right here, they're both approximately the same size, except you can look at it and see that the Range Boss 2 is a bit thicker. This is a 1/2 inch, which equals to about 13 millimeters. So it's almost twice as thick as the Range Boss. Now the Range Boss, like I said, has a glass reinforced nylon handle, GRN. It's brown. It's got some nice texturing to it. It has a pivot pin that you can adjust. It's a thumb stud, one-handed opening, mid-lock on the back. Again, it's stainless steel, 4116 stainless steel. Made in Taiwan. Look here on there, you can see that. And then on the front says Range Boss 2. Clip point, saber grind blade. Like I said, it's real thin. I think if you're just carrying it to do quick little things like cut some cordage, trim a limb for, cooking some meat over the fire or whatever, or making a tent steak, probably be okay. Doing a lot of work with it, that might, I don't know, it's a little bit too thin for me. It's not that comfortable in the hand to work long term. But most of the stuff we're doing with our knives nowadays anyway, unless you're wood carving, you're really not doing stuff for very long. Unless you're cutting up a big pile of cardboard to throw into a recycling bin or something. Has a stainless steel pocket clip that is reversible, left to right. So if you're left-handed, you can fix this to be carried in your left pocket and use left-handed. Has a thumb stud on both sides. Has a little bit of jimping back here. And I go over the other specs on this real quick. Okay, the blade is 4 inches long. The handle is 5¼ inches long, which makes it opened at 9¼ inches. Weighs in at 3.4 ounces. Blade thickness is 3.5 millimeters, which is about 0.13 inches. Like I said, it's a handy knife, light knife to carry in your pocket. Again, if you're not doing any heavy work with it, it's gonna, like if you're just cutting a vine or, digging up some stuff in the dirt. I know some people probably just cringed when I said that, but I do use this. I have some persistent little weeds that like to grow that I keep cutting out of the ground, and I use my well, right now I carry my buck knife around with me, which is about the same length, just a little, no, it's a little bit shorter. This is a bit longer, but I use that to cut up those pesky little weeds and vines in the backyard. Might go to using this one now and not worry about messing up my knife. Carry this around in the backyard with me along with that one. Now, comparing this to the Range Boss 2, the Range Boss 2 does not have a thumb stud and it's a liner lock, also being a bit thicker. The steel on this is SK5, but comparing them size-wise, they're pretty much the same. But this one I don't carry too much. It's a liner lock. I'm not a big fan of the liner locks. Now I can't get this one. There we go. Having a bit of a problem trying to get that one to close. This is a much lighter knife, and I don't think I paid that much for it. Like I said, only about 15 bucks, I think. It was on sale. I think the people were just trying to get rid of it. Got one just to mess with. It'll become a yard/gardening knife. One that I can hand to the wife and let her use and not worry about ruining a good knife. So, that's about it for the Cold Steel Range Boss. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And remember, always be prepared.